first SEC game for you guys. Just in terms of this matchup, what is the meaning of this game to you? What does this game mean to you guys as a team?
To us as a team, I guess is to make a statement of how we want to be going throughout the season in the SEC.
What do you see from their offense?
They got good players on offense around the board. Quarterback's pretty good, running back's good. They got a few young offensive linemen with what we've seen there. Still good offensive linemen and wide receivers. Treadwell and all of them, they're great. So they got a pretty stacked offense.
What have you seen from the left tackle that stepped in for Laramie Tunsil? How's he played so far?
Like with the film we watched, he played pretty well. We just have to make sure we run our games and our stunts and everything we have planned for him. We have to execute them perfectly.
With their potential for big plays, how important is it to create a pass rush, and a constant pass rush, if they want to make those big long passes?
I feel like the pass rush is one of the most one of the things we have to execute the best, because we already know they got a good offense that can put up points and make big plays. So I feel like as a front, we have to affect the quarterback as much as we can to limit those plays they make.
You got a clock in your head to try to where you want to get to them?
Yes, like on D-line, we practice 3 seconds, even though they might hold it for 4 and 5 every now and again. But if we back there in 3, we don't have to worry about the extra seconds.
How much do you think about last year's loss so far?
We think about it pretty much the whole season. In the off season, they made us grind harder and work harder for this season. So it's gonna influence us a lot and make us want to play, make us want to win even more.
How much have you looked at that game last year in preparation for this game?
We looked at it a lot, because we messed up some things last year. They run a pretty similar offense, pretty much the same thing since last year. So we looked at it pretty much every day since all season last year.
So I'm sure different players and coaches have said different things during the course of the week to you guys, just to serve as motivational type tools. What are some of the things being said just to fire you guys up even more going into this game?
Pretty much the feeling we felt when we was walking off the field last year when we lost, and the clock hit 0 and we were down.
Who were some of the guys that have been referencing that?
Pretty much everybody on the team. Just if you feel down in practice, they'll remind you of that moment just to make you push harder in practice and want the W that much more.
Were you already in the locker room when the fans stormed the field, or did you see any of the beginning of that?
We were still in the process of coming off the field when everybody started storming the field, so it was pretty crazy.
Well, I mean, when you have that happen against you, and you're on the short end of that, what's that like?
It's not a good feeling. It just makes you wish you could have did almost everything differently in the game.
Is practice any different leading up to a game like this?
With Coach Saban's tradition, we do everything pretty much the same week in and week out. We just go through our game plan and the same similar practices, but we switch up different things depending on which opponents we face.
Are you focused on anything specific for Ole Miss?
Specifically, we got to affect the quarterback as a front. That's one of the biggest things, and we got to be able to play the counters and all that stuff correctly.
What's your routine for a game like this that doesn't start till after 8 o'clock?
My routine, I get pretty anxious, so I just got to relax, listen to some music and stuff like that, watch some other games to stay motivated and stuff like that, and just see how everybody else is doing in the NCAA and just stay focused on the game.
You take a nap, or are you too nervous to do that?
I'm too nervous to take a nap.
Do you kind of mind at all? Do you try to watch games? Or I know Ashawn mentioned he plays with his little niece.
Yeah, we try to unwind. Might watch cartoons every now and again throughout the day since it's a late game, get my mind off for a little bit so I won't be too nervous and jittery by the time the game gets here.
Okay, which cartoons?
Anything that comes on Cartoon Network.
Despite last season, is it an oversimplification to say that Alabama's defense has its biggest problems with the spread and hurry-up offenses?
Last year I feel like we did, but this year I feel like we're making a different statement about the spread offense and the fastball offenses.
What's different?
I feel like that we could, as a defensive front, I feel like we rotate better. We know when to rotate. We don't get as tired as quickly because we all pretty much went through a whole intense conditioning program and practicing during the off season, so we could be prepared for the fastball offense this year.
Do you see a change from the secondary as well?
Yes, I feel like they've been working on it day in and day out. They'll come in and get extra cardio just so they'll be ready for it.
How much is that kind of an equal relationship? You need secondary to do their job, for you to do yours, and they obviously kind of need you to do yours?
It works. We both need each other because they could keep the wide receiver covered longer. We have more time to pass rush the quarterback, or if we get to the quarterback faster, they don't have to worry about holding the wide receivers for a long amount of time. So it's like a win-win situation for both of us.
How does that rotation work with the D-line when against these fastball teams? I mean, how does that work?
With us, it's just when we see a sub, we got to sub. They got to be quick. We can't have time for hesitation. You have to know who you're rotating with throughout the game and stuff like that. So it's just a fast thing going through the game.
So you're like looking to the sideline like after every play, or
pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
You got a knack for knocking down passes?
Huh?
You got a knack for knocking down passes?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get my hands up to affect the quarterback any way I can.
What are you reading there? Is it his eyes? You just seeing his arm? I mean, what are you looking for?
Pretty much almost every quarterback, when they have a passing indicator, when they take their hand off the ball, they're getting ready to release it.
Going back to rotating on the defensive line, do you guys usually take yourselves out in those situations, or do the coaches leave you guys on and off in those situations?
Both. Sometimes we take each other out because we know we can see someone getting ready to get tired, and we see their offense about to speed up, or the coaches most of the time will sub us in and out.
A couple more here.
So you're saying you had a certain guy maybe that you rotate with in particular during the game, or is it just anyone? Can be anyone?
It's pretty much anyone. It depends on what we pick before the game.
When they do
what defense they're in,
when they do run the fastball, when they do get like a little bit of a pace going, where they're trying to run the next play right away, how do you try to get off? Are you preparing even before the play is done that you're off the field, or what?
Not necessarily. In those cases, you're prepared to get back to the ball as quick as possible. But if it's a certain situation like a long first down, it might be differently. We might have to sub then, or we have to hurry up and get to the ball and run the next play. It just depends what defense we're in.